So when I left my low-paying university position for a no-paying volunteer position as a stay-at-home dad, I knew there would be hurdles. For example, now without an income, there's no sense in me having a bank account. So my only access to money was our joint account. And it was not odd for my wife to get home from work and ask, "So, Dustin, what exactly is it that you spent $3.29 on at CVS?" And she knows what it was. You all know what it was. It was a bag of Milano cookies. That, yes, I ate the entire thing before she got home, and maybe I put it a little further down in the trash can than I needed to try to hide the evidence, which apparently I didn't even need to do because there is no financial freedom for me at all anymore. Also, I can no longer feign a cough on a random sunny Thursday and go golfing with my friends because there are no sick days. I can't get my hair cut on a random lunch hour because I have no lunch hours. I have no leave time at all with kids. And also, though joining a workforce that is 96.5% women sounds awesome in one kind of way. It's more like being the only guy at a K.D. Lang concert. Yeah, see, there's an unfortunate gender bias in my line of work that I don't necessarily disagree with. Okay, it's, you know, all the at-home mom groups in the DC area, they don't allow dads, you know, because guys can be creepy. You know, I'm sorry, I am one. It's, you know, so it's best just to avoid us as a whole. And you know, okay, I get that, but like occasionally, you know, I wish there was, and there is of note, an at-home dads group, but with 3.5% of the population comes 3.5% of the opportunity. And by now, I just assumed that I would have, you know, met a nice mom, gotten in her good graces, and infiltrated their private little group like Jane Goodall. In this case, of course, I am the scientist, and the at-home moms in the DC group are the chimpanzees. I suppose it's possible I lack the charm necessary to pull this off. Yeah. And at the heart of the issue is, I would basically have to ask out a married woman on a date. Okay? That is not my forte, okay? I can't, I'm bad enough at the regular asking out as it is. Like, I don't know, you know, like I have a wife and kids, but despite that, I still have a crippling fear of both rejection and women. Like, I can't. And what does that step even look like? You know, are we both out at the playground watching our kids? You know, and so I see your son is walking quite well. How old is he? He's 15 months. Great. Mabel's 14 months. She's climbing on everything, but you know. So say, since we both have kids about the same age, how about I come over to your place with some Legos and wine and we see what happens? No, that's not it. That's not it. So. And you know, they're all so quick to tell me how great it is that I'm being a stay-at-home dad and the number of increasing at-home dads and how great of a positive male role model Mabel's going to have, and I'm letting my wife concentrate on her career, but no, you can't join our private little group. How silly of you to ask. So, and it's because it's easier. You know, I understand. You know, it's like, what happens if we're out, for example, at one of these play dates, and one of the women needs to breastfeed, okay? And I know it's a natural thing, and it's, you know, but if we're at, you know, I see it at restaurants all the time, but if it's a private group, is it different? Like, what happened? I've been at the playground, and, you know, I'm watching Mabel push her little lawnmower across the grass, and I'm talking to one of the moms, and it's like 10 seconds before I even realize that there's a baby under there, like, just breastfeeding. Like, they're so covert, it's amazing. And now, all of a sudden, I'm in shock, okay? I don't know where to look. Do I stare at my shoes? Do I just stare right at the sun? I don't, you know, feign a hay fever? I don't know, you know, or stare right at her, like, intensely, like, making sure that my eyes don't go anywhere other than right, like, that's creepy, okay? And I know that it's not her at all. She's not, you know, she's not breastfeeding at me. You know, her kid's hungry. I get it, okay? But it's me. Now I've made the situation all weird, So yeah, it's, you know, best just to avoid us as a whole. I get it, and it's you know, it's unfortunate. And there was, you know, my buddy asked me, so why do you feel the need at all to even have a play date? You know, isn't it enough just to have your kids with you all times? And, yeah, okay, but you know, my world is aglow. Every minute is a gift, etc., but. Wouldn't it be nicer if there was somebody else like there, like somebody I could, that could form complete sentences, for example, I could talk to, you know. I say yes, you know, more glow. Let's go. And these play groups, these play dates, though organized because of our kids, they're not necessarily for them, okay? Because I thought they would be, but it's, you know, Mabel, I don't even know if she's done eating or just likes the sound asparagus makes when it hits the ground. I think I'm gonna figure out if she doesn't feel like she has compatible values with this other child. So on we move, and back in high school, I had a conversation with a friend of mine and about relationships, and he said, "You know, Dust, why you don't have a girlfriend?" "No, jerk. Why don't you tell me?" He said, "It's because you don't ask." Okay, he had a point. As did my wife when she said the same thing about this situation. I'm like, "Honey, you know, yeah, I know, but it's like asking another woman out, and I don't, you know, I'm not good. It took me like 3 months just to ask you, what do you think is going to happen on one of these play dates?" But no, honey, I know. No, it's just, you know, it's awkward, okay? There's still a woman, I need to ask her to go, and I don't have as much hair as I did when I met you. What are you talking about? I don't know. So I decided to go for it one day. The heck with it. I was at the playground. I overheard one of the moms talking about her mom blog, and I'm like, I have a dad blog. DaddyNeedsANap.com, for those of you with the internet. And so I went up to her, I tapped her on the shoulder, said, "So I overheard that you have a mom blog. What's your website address?" And what followed was 7.5 hours of silence, okay? It was just like I was asking Katie McAllister to the prom again. I was like, you know, I thought I was helping. You know I have a blog, I could use all the traffic I could get. I was, you know, but she just furrowed her brow and shrugged her shoulders and looked at her friend. I felt like I was asking for like her gynecologist phone number. I'm like, come on, you know, so she reluctantly told me what her website address was, if only to get me to go away. And I told her that I had a blog, and she didn't ask for my address. And just as if, you know, I just mentioned it just to make sure she didn't think I was stalking her or anything. And I proceeded to never see her again. She started going to a different local playground. And I know that because I've been reading her website, apparently stalking her, affirming all the reasons that moms have for not letting us into their private groups. See, creepy. So here I am back in my glowing world with Mabel and Morris, and we still go. We're the friendly from afar people that go to the pool and to the playground, baby book club, and to the zoo, where we can look at the chimpanzees in there playing with each other behind 4 inches of glass, mocking me. Thank you.